Fuji Mini-Mite 3 is an exceptionally well-made, high-volume, low-pressure sprayer that seems perfect for the average shop. Everything about the Mini-Mite 3 appears to be well-designed and very well-made. The Mini-Mite 3 kit includes this handy wrench, a cleaning brush, a viscosity cup, and the air valve. The air valve goes between the hose and the gun. It has a quick disconnect for plugging the gun in. This valve gives you a lot of control over how the material being sprayed is delivered. The end panel of the compressor housing has the on-off switch, the reset switch, and the modular cord plug. The external air filters on either end of the cabinet are easily removed without tools for cleaning. The hose is 25 feet long and has a strain relief on the cabinet end that prevents kinking the hose or working this connection loose. In this review, we're also using the optional 6-foot whip hose that goes between the standard hose and the gun. The Mini-Mite gun body is all forged and then CNC machined. A hook is formed into the top of the gun so you can hang this gun up when it's not in use. Even the control knobs are nicely machined aluminum. There's no plastic here. The air cap is also very finely machined and much more versatile than it might appear. Indexing the air cap to 45 degrees produces a round pattern. Goes straight up or horizontal produces fan patterns. This spring-loaded ring beneath the air cap gives it the indexing capability. You can also adjust the width of the pattern by turning this collar, adjusting the relationship of the air cap to the needle valve inside. The internal parts are also precisely machined from stainless steel or aluminum to be sure that they're compatible with all finishing materials. The handle on the paint gun is ergonomically shaped to be very comfortable. The handle is also insulated to prevent the heat buildup that you find with metal-handled guns. This gun uses a non-bleed air valve that shuts off completely when the trigger is released. This prevents blowing dust around the work area. The paint cup is pressurized with this airline that's fitted with a one-way check valve. This shield under the paint cup lid prevents paint from backing up into the airlines when the cup's not held level. On the end of the siphon tube is a fine mesh screen filter that prevents particles from getting up into the gun. Spraying oil-based finishes is pretty much a no-brainer with the Mini-Mite 3, so we're going to use a water-based white primer to get started. This way you should be able to see the overspraying against the dark background very well. Now I've already thinned this primer a little bit with water, and we'll put it in the viscosity cup and see how long it takes to empty the cup. The instructions say 30 to 40 seconds, and it looks like we're right about on that thickness. With the viscosity checked, we can now fill the paint cup. You note that we're going to use a filter anyway, even though there is a strainer in the cup itself. It's just insurance that no particles get into the paint. Now we can put the lid on and lock it down and we're ready to paint. We're going to start with the air cap set at a 45 to produce a round pattern. That's good for spraying the corners. Now we set the air cap for a vertical fan pattern and we can paint the main part of the cabinet. Notice even when I spray off the edge of the cabinet into a dark background with this white primer, there isn't a whole lot going anywhere. What does come off the cabinet just falls right away. With the Fuji Mini-Mite 3, it took less than a minute to put a full coat of primer on the inside of this cabinet. If you've been considering adding an HVLP sprayer to your shop, or if you're just frustrated with the brushes and rollers, you need to take a look at the Fuji Mini-Mite 3. This is a very well-made, well-designed unit that's easy to adjust and easy to use overall. And it's compatible with all the finishes that most of us use in our shops. The adjustability of the three major patterns that this gun shoots makes it very easy to use whether you're working inside or outside of a cabinet. And considering that you don't have to buy a compressor to go with it, the Fuji Mini-Mite 3 is a very good value.